place my next order. Gone too soon. Little fella was gonna write his whole life out. I know you're bottling it up. Spill.
I never leak a thing.
You're flat out lying. You're telling me you don't know what happened to this?
You're tearing me apart.
Wait.
Excuse me, Detective Hollywood.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, 1 second. It was me all along. I know just the place I need to be.
Oh, excuse me, Detective Hollywood.
Yes. Well, looks like I know where I need to place my next order. Gone too soon. Little fella was gonna write his whole life out.
Yo, what is going on? Happy Wednesday. We are coming at you live from downtown Chicago here at Atlas Stationers. How we all doing? It is another Hollywood Hour live stream here on YouTube. Thank you all for being here. We hope that you have had a great start to your week so far. So, for those of you who are new here, we do a bi-weekly, bi-monthly. We've learned that both those words mean the same thing in our last stream. And I go live to interact with you, in which we have a bunch of different topics and themes for the live stream. But most importantly, it's a place for us to hang out and get to know each other. So, I hope y'all are doing well. I have a really exciting setup here. We've launched a ton of new exclusives recently, some great fountain pens, and we wanted to show you the different variations of the resins and give you a quick background about what resin is. So if you are in the pen world or you're a fanatic of fine writing instruments, whether you're just beginning or you're a seasoned veteran, then you are probably aware that a vast majority of fountain pens are made with resin. So resin is basically the most widely used material in the sense that people who create and manufacture pens can do so with so many different characteristics, whether it's a bunch of different colors, different mica particles that create a translucent effect, a shimmering effect. And today we're gonna show you why the variations can be so different and some can be so subtle. So let me catch up on comments here. Hello. How we doing? I just got out of a meeting. Nice, welcome. Look at that Halloween fall decor. Oh, I know. Yeah, the team really did a great job getting this all set up. Hope you're doing well. Nice fall decor. I relish these afternoons. I relish you. Shout out Relish Brand. I know I wore this hat on the last live stream, but I just dig it so much. Happy to be able to join for the first time. Great decorations. Thank you. So, yeah, we released 3 exclusives over the last couple weeks, one of them being the Monteverde Mountains of the World Candy Mountain, another one being the Edison Kier Totally Awesome, and then finally we just launched one last night in preparation for today's live stream, the Conklin 1898 Windy City. But before I jump in, I wanted to actually make an announcement in regards to a really fun campaign that we have going on. So with it being October 1st, we have officially launched our month-long campaign, Nibtober, which is our second time running this, and we highly suggest that you participate, or at least hear me out on how to participate. So starting today, we have released the daily prompt, which for day 1, it was bird, and the idea is that each day you check either our Instagram story at Atlas Stationers, or if you're in our Discord server, which we highly suggest you join, you can check the Nibtober channel for this daily prompt. And then it's supposed to serve as inspiration to get the creative juices flowing, where you take the prompt and you can create any type of response that you'd like, whether it's an artwork like a sketch, a painting, a poem, or some sort of writing, or even a photograph or video, whatever you want to interpret it as, please go ahead and do so. And then you can post your prompt response on your Instagram page and tag us at Atlas Stationers. And please use hashtag Nibtober 2025 so we can keep track of who's been posting and look back at all of these amazing art pieces. And or you can also post in a more private setting in our Discord server under the Nibtober page. We've gotten a lot of great responses so far, so we're really grateful for all of you who have chosen to participate, and we encourage the rest of you to do so. Even if you don't want to post it and you don't want us to see your work or you don't want to share it, that's totally fine too. Just let's see if you can live up to the challenge of doing something consistently for 30 days. So if you want to see the month-long prompt, some people like to work ahead, others don't, then that's also posted as well. Caught you in time? Fun, nice. Oh my gosh, I got my shipping notification for the Windy City Conklin. I am excited. All right, so this was a video idea that spawned from our Experience pen sale, which happened this past Friday. We had El Prezi come into the live stream and surprised us with a new exclusive that had just come in. Now, we didn't even have it listed or anything, but we were really excited to show you, and the response had been fantastic. And so what we ended up doing is we actually listed 2 of these unreleased exclusives in our EXP sale, and there were a lot of claims and quite a few strikes, early claims. And so we felt that it would be fun to then try to launch it ahead of schedule, which we did so yesterday. And we came up with the idea literally during the live stream with all of you who were watching that if you wanted to make a purchase for this exclusive, either ahead of today's stream or during this stream, you can then hand select your resin. So I have a whole bunch of different pens here, and if you are interested in making a purchase for the Windy City, which was that new unreleased exclusive, which is now available, or the Candy Mountain, or the Totally Awesome, I can show off a bunch of different resins on the side camera here, and then you can pick which one you want. So yeah, a lot of you submitted your orders for the Windy City, but none of you left a note to be a part of the live stream. So I didn't gather any of the orders ahead of time because if I didn't see a note on the order, as we instructed you guys to do so, I didn't know if it was supposed to be a part of the live stream or not. And I don't know if people are weird about their orders being shown on a live stream if they didn't ask for it to be shown. Maybe weird's not the right answer, but you know, I don't like putting people's business on blast. So I don't have any orders here, so we're just gonna go through and show off the pens, and then if any of you are interested, just stop me in the chat, and then we can actually write down your name, and then I'll attach it to the pen that you want, and then you just submit the order and leave a note. This time you have to leave a note, otherwise the team downstairs will pick a random pen. You leave a note saying, Hollywood's got my pen or something. All right? Shame on them, add your notes. I know. So it's okay. It's okay. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about resin real quick. So there's a few different types of resin that are used when creating fountain pens or pens in general, a few different grades. And I know a big one that is used in this space is called, and forgive me if I don't pronounce this correctly, aluminite. And basically what it is it's a certain grade of resin that starts as a liquid, and then you can mix it together with varying contents to then create a colorway that you are trying to achieve. And if you use other resins, I think epoxy will technically work too, but other materials like raw materials might harden too much, where once hardened, the resin becomes too strong to work with, and you won't be able to put it on a lathe. And so what a lathe does is, imagine you create these rods, which there's a bunch of big tubes, and then you mix together your resin and the colors you want involved in it, and over time it hardens. I think some of them harden in like 14 minutes, like 15 minutes, which is crazy. Some way less, like some you don't have much time to work with before it starts that process. But you pour the liquid resin, your mixture, into these tubes, you let it harden. Sometimes people will put it in like a pressure cooker to get rid of all the air bubbles. And then once it settles, you can actually take the rods out, and then you put them on a lathe, which is a machine that can spin really quickly, and you basically change the dimensions of the lathe to accommodate the size of the pen, whether you want like a grip section that's slightly thinner or broader, and then you have all your measurements and dimensions, and it spins really quickly, and it'll have like a metal piece that will, imagine, like chisel down the blank that you have. And so what's really neat about resin is that when you're mixing all this stuff, when you pull out the rod, the blank, it might look very different from when you pull the blank out to when you actually turn it on the lathe, because you're essentially like you're clipping excess, I guess, resin, if you will. And then it looks even more crazier when you actually polish it. So it's really hard to do on a consistent scale, in the sense that if we're making a pen and we're suggesting, hey, we want 40% yellow, 20% red, 10% green, then the rest, I don't know, blue. We can mix that together, but when they're sitting in the tube, gravity could settle differently, or maybe you accidentally poured a little bit too much of like blue in there. And so it's fun in the sense that although not every variation is consistent, it's handmade, and the variation differences is what makes the pens unique. So hopefully I explained that well. I'm not a scientist, but I do watch a lot of resin making stuff, even outside of pens. Our sister uses these resin kits, and she makes a whole bunch of cool stuff. So shout out Lindsay. She makes like chessboards and like containers, and she made me this really cool clock. So like really cool stuff, actually. Resin is very diverse. But yeah, in the pen world, the ones that you guys are probably really into right now contain what's called like unique powder called the mica, M-I-C-A. And that is like this powder that you then mix into the resin. And so all those characteristics of like the shimmering, or when it kind of changes colors or slightly opaque, transparent, that's due to the mica that you use. So yeah, pretty cool. It's a dream of mine to actually mix my own resin and pour it into a rod. So we're hoping that we can do that sometime in the near future. All right. Resin 101 with Hollywood. Resin artists are amazing. Oh, absolutely. I feel like it'd be so fun to take a workshop on pen turning. Yeah, I agree. The order of colors can matter, or where they're poured in the container and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's super, super crazy, like the process. And it's really hard to make the exact same blanks and styles. So, but yeah. Okay. All right, are we ready? I'm gonna show you the pens. So again, how this is gonna work is I will just start showing off 3 different pens. So we have the Monteverde Mountains of the World, Candy Mountain. Then we have the Totally Awesome, which is that's the name of the Edison Kier. Super fun. You'll know why we named it that in a second. And then also the Conklin 1898 Windy City. As I'm showing these off, if any of you want to purchase a pen or get a closer look, I'll take my time and show you on the side camera. All right? All right, here we go. Alrighty, we got our side camera right here. Hello, hello. What do you guys want to start with first? The Mountains of the World, so the Candy Mountain, the Totally Awesome, or the Windy City? Let me know. Check to see if there's local pen turning classes. Yeah, I'm sure there are. I see comments about the Nibtober that you guys are all saying that none of you are consistent, and I just like seeing the unison there. It's hard. It's hard posting daily for a month. All right, so Candy Mountain it is. All right, well here, let me get my stuff. Windy City, we got a lot of votes for Candy Mountain. I can swap nibs. I'm assuming I can. I mean, if a pen is numbered, I don't think the boxes are numbered. Well, we'll figure it out. All right, so this is the Candy Mountain, Mountains of the World by Monteverde in collaboration with us. Super cool material. Oh my goodness, you guys. Just fuego. Look at that. Let me also put these boxes like in order so I know which one's which. So that is middle. See, look how different. Look how different these are. This one is blended way more. This one is not as blended, and you see a lot more area of the teal turquoise, if you will. Wow, it's fire. I know these are fire. No cap. This one has more pink. This is the first Monteverde exclusive we've ever done with like resin. Like we did a Ritma, but that was like a solid color. All right, so here's the three we've got. So again, you'll notice very, very big differences between them. I actually really love that it says the engraving right there. Is there like slight shimmer in this? There is. There's like little shimmer flakes. Whew, that's a pretty pen. That's a pretty pen. So that one way more pink. This one blended way more. Yeah, see how much more blended that is? Some people don't like big chunks of color. Like they like blended. That's totally okay. And this one, a lot more turquoise. Look at the back. Nice mixtures back there. The side camera's a little blurry. I know, we were messing with it ahead of the stream. We were messing with it with the head of the stream, and we couldn't settle it. Yeah, when I hold it close up, so this is a very, like, it's a very unique camera in the sense that it has to be very close up to what it's looking at. But the problem is I'm trying to show 3 pens at once. So you'll notice like when I hold it up very close, it becomes a lot more crisp. The middle one is amazing. Okay, well let me ask you this. So yeah, these pens, I think 149 is right. Let me just confirm. We only did these ones in fountain pens, by the way. Yeah, 149. And these resin blanks were made by Tailored Pen Co. All right, is anyone interested in any of these? I can swap nibs. The one with more pink is amazing. The middle one is amazing. 149 is correct. I checked. Yeah. I love my Candy Mountain. It has a nice shimmer too. The middle one is beautiful. Nice. I came in late here. How much? Okay, we already got that. Can you fix the focus on the side cam? You know what? I have an idea. I have an idea. I'm going to try to bring this up closer. Let's see. Let's see if that did anything. All right, well, do you guys want me to show off 2 or 3? I guess that shows off 3. Yeah, I think we got it. I just got to be like super perfect with how I put the pens down. I think they write well. They have Yovo nibs, if I remember. Yes, these use number 6 Yovo nibs. I'm newbie enough that I don't know about Monteverde. How do they write compared to Pilot, Sailor, and Lamy? All of those brands you listed out are using in-house nibs. These guys use like the most well-known German nib manufacturer nibs. Monteverde pens write well in my experience. Yep. All right, so do you guys want to see more of these? Is anyone interested? Look at us changing stuff on the fly. Oh, that looks better. That looks better. Yeah, I have an SD, so that helps, absolutely. All right, are we moving on or are we showing off more? Beautiful. Let me know, chat, let me know. Crazy times in this world. You gotta stay hydrated out here. You gotta stay hydrated. If I had not already bought one of these, I gotta be honest, I agree that owning two of the exact same pen, it's a little bonkers. It's a little bonkers. Let me get a unanimous vote in the chat. What are we doing? What are we doing? Am I showing off more of these or am I moving on to the next model? Must see them all? Okay, fine. I'm so tempted for the middle one. Here's the next one. I'll show them up close too. I know when I hold it closer to the camera, it's a little bit better. Oh, this one's dope. This is the best one in my opinion. Look how it like wraps around the pen. Yeah, this is the best one. All right, let me show these off. There you go. Here's the first one of this new lineup. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Next up, this one has like a really light washed part of the band right here. See that? That one's unique. This one though, I gotta use two hands for this one. Look at that. Yeah, that thing's fire. The cap's very like iridescent too. Woof. This one's an Omniflex, but I can swap nibs. What are we thinking? That is beautiful. Oh, I know. I own two Leonardos because that blue is just too nice. Oh, you own two of the same pens? I like the first one the most so far. Very cool. I own two of the same Monteverde titanium nibs, or titanium with the titanium nibs. Nice. All right, so we're doing a last call. Does anyone want to see any more of these? Last call. If anyone's interested in any of these, I don't mind showing any of the previous ones. What are we thinking? You got like 5 seconds on the clock. Then we're moving on. 5, 4, 3. Could you put the very first one compared to these? Yes, I can. Are you talking about this one? This is the one that was on the... This one was on this left side. You know what? I'm going to make a game time adjustment here. Here, let me swap this one out with this one. Oh, we're making moves. You know what? I'm about to do something so crazy. See how that looks. Okay. Let me move this down now. Okay. I have no idea if that did anything. But I feel like I straightened it out. Oh wait, actually let me put a little bit of the sticky tack on the bottom of it so we don't move it. This Rhodia book might be sacrificed. Get a little gook on it. Okay, right about there. Boom. It looks great on the second camera. Good. All right, so are we moving on? I'm debating setting my Homo sapiens fund back for one of these. That's what I'm thinking. Nice. You should. Or you should just add $149 to the Homo sapiens fund. All right, what are we thinking? I'm going to move on. I am going to move on. This one's so dope. I'm so sorry. Like, this one is so fuego. And look at that. All right, I'm buying. Just need to decide which of the options. Oh. Okay, here. Well, I'll put them back. This is the one that you were interested in. And then I'll throw just a random one. Take your time. Anybody got a good joke to tell? You deserve a little treat. Oh, I missed the red streak. Oh, and this first one? Here's another. And here's another. I don't want to oversaturate, so how about this? You tell me which one should be eliminated. Of course, I need to put sticky tack under the book. Brendan, keep the one you like for yourself. It's not a bad idea. Not the middle one here. Okay, middle one is gone. Okay, here's a new middle one now. New middle one. Don't apologize. This was literally the whole point of this live stream. So I got a new middle one. Also not that middle one. Okay. This one is a fine. All right, new middle one. Is that the more mixed resin from the first batch? Yeah, the previous one I showed was. Excuse me. This one right here has a lot of purple. A lot of purple. Guys, I almost choked on my saliva there. That would have not been good. That would not have been good. That would be a bad way to go, I'm not gonna lie. Choking on your saliva. I have an irrational fear of, like, when it's my time, just like I slipped on a banana peel. You know what I mean? Like, I would want it to be something cool, like skydiving or something. That's why I also have an irrational fear of swallowing gum. Not gonna lie. I think we talked about that last week. We'll call 911 ASAP. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The middle one here looks like a galaxy. I agree. Good looks, guys, good looks. So I am instilling a new rule. Once one is eliminated, it cannot make its way back. That's my rule when I'm helping customers in store. This is the one that has that nice, like, unique spot on the band. Here, I'll turn them all to the side so you can see too. That's a completely different look than what we just saw. Like, that's a completely different look. Okay, one more closer look to the left one here, and I think I can commit to it. So this, I think, was the one that you decided originally. Look at that. Look at all that shimmer in there. Oh, look at that nice grip section too. It's really challenging doing this on a camera. Everything's inverted. What about the other side? All right, I will now flip them all to this side. They're my colors. Oh no, I might need one of these. Gum is our Nibtober prompt for Friday. Nice. All pretty, I agree. You can't go wrong. But also I want you to make the right choice for yourself in the sense that that's the whole point of this live stream. Can't believe it's October 1st. That's just crazy talk. Who plays tomorrow? Who's got the Thursday night game? Bears are on a bye. Isn't that bogus? Oh, it's going to be a decent one. Rams and 49ers. Not really many other good matchups, though. Literally no good games. Maybe the Commanders, Chargers, but that's it. Maybe Bucks and Seahawks, and that's it. No good games. Week 5 of the NFL. Boo. This year's just flown by. I can't believe it. Okay, April decided on the left one. Everyone, let's give April a shout out. All right, I'm going to write your name. I'll stick it on the pen. And then all I need from you is place your order and then just put like Hollywood Hour live stream or something. And make sure if your YouTube name is not accurate to your name, make sure you put your YouTube name in it. Congratulations. Oh, nib size. Let's see what nib size. This one is abroad. What nib size do you want? I will write nib size here and I could swap it. What nib do you want? Purdue versus Illinois on Saturday, Oregon versus Indiana as well. Nice. Yeah, college football has been crazy this year. Extra fine. All right, perfect. So to confirm, we've got this one right here with an extra fine. I've got it aside for you. Nice. You are the first official person to purchase from a live stream such as this. Like the first pick your own resin person in Atlas history on a live stream. I think that's amazing. Okay, next up we are going to show off the hold on, let me get this box right. We're going to show off, because I want a little bit of contrast, we're going to show off the Windy City next. Windy City. Get this all situated. Oh, yep, right. Right there. OCD kicking in a little bit, right? Oh, I could probably just do this all live stream. That'll have to do. All right, next up we've got the Windy City. This is a very different pen. Very different. Oh, wow. This one was a resin made by the legendary Jonathan Brooks. All right, these ones are for sure numbered, so I cannot mess these up. I'm going to get these out, and then I'm going to box up the other ones while you guys look. Look at that. That's cool. That way we don't just have a bunch of pens out here. I wish I liked yellow because that is pretty. This is probably the most beautiful yellow pen on the market, if I'm being honest. Jonathan Brooks bought it so no one else could have one. Yeah, when we debuted this, just randomly in the EXP sale, Jonathan Brooks was on it and he was the first official person to buy this off of us. How funny. All right, while you guys do that, let me take a peek here. I don't think these are numbered, are they? No, they're not. Medium. Oh, these are no bueno. This is a medium. Did I really mess this up? This is a stub. Okay. Medium. Doing good. We're doing good. Love the galaxy on the cap of the one you just did. Very nice. That's why we always check the nibs, especially before we ship out pens. We always check the nibs. Omniflex. So theoretically, if I wanted that one on the right, can I purchase on the site right now? Yep, you sure can. And you just need to leave a note on the order saying like Hollywood Hour, and then I'll write your name on a piece of paper, and I'll make sure that that's the one you get. And you just got to tell me nib size, because I'll have to swap nib size. Yeah, these ones are sick. This one, I agree. This one's crazy. I know that didn't give you any direction. But hold on, let me show you which one I mean. This is the one you're looking at. Look at that thing, you guys. What's the word? Chatoyance or something? Like, when it's like glistening? Sheesh. Look at the red on this one. Can you still hear me? I don't know what happened. Now we can hear you? Can you still hear me? All right, hold on, you guys. Something happened with the side camera. I don't know what it was. Hold on. Somebody say a joke or something. I'm gonna try to fix this here in a second. Somebody say a joke or something. I'm gonna try to fix this here in a second. Hold on. If we can't get the side camera up, I guess I could just show you, like, I can just show you up front, but it won't be the same. Yeah, okay, let's see. Let's see if we can fix this. Come on, Detective Hollywood. You're using OBS, right? Yes, I am. Actually, OBS was tweaking on my laptop. I swear, whenever stuff like this happens, it's legit OBS. Boom. Let's go. All right. Yeah, I had to reactivate it. All your USB so I know everything at once happened. It shut everything off for a second, but the stream kept going because of my phone. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Tech. Okay. Laura, wait. So Laura, were you looking? You're looking at these ones, right? You were looking at these ones? Or were you looking at the other ones? You said you had a delay, so I just want to make sure that I'm showing you the right ones. Oh, this one's got like the most perfect yellow cap right here, at least on this side. It happens from time to time, especially on laptops. Yeah. Tough. Or not Laura, I'm sorry, Liz. Yeah. Chronicles of Liz. Sorry, you were the one who said that there was a delay. So are you referring to this one? Look at that. Look at that minty color right there. That is a fire. Look at the band on these guys too, you guys. It's crazy. Let me show all these up close. Look at the new floating clip that they just started doing. Had a little like factory residue on my hand there. What do we think? What are we thinking? How do you guys like this pen? I know it's yellow. Oh, it was one of the candy pens. Okay, all right. Hear me out. Is there a specific inspiration behind this color combo? So I'm sure Jonathan Brooks had an inspiration for us. On this one, we had Conklin send us a spreadsheet of ideas that they're working with Jonathan Brooks on. And so we decided to take on this one because we didn't have a yellow pen. So the inspiration is just we'd never done a yellow before. If you recall the Dream House of Horrors that we took on in the golden abalone, that was also a part of this deal where we wanted to get a huge chunk of exclusives in the work so we could release them every few months. So then there's this one. All right, well, I'll get these back out. Anyone want to see these? Not a fan of yellow, but I do like that there's a brown in the mix. Makes it look like honey. The color reminds me of Lady with a Fan. Why were there 3 ink drops crying? Why were the 3 ink drops crying? Because their mother was in the pen and they weren't sure how long the sentence was going to be. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I respect it. I respect it. All right, do you guys want to see more of these? I'll get out 3 more, and then I will show off the Collier, and then we'll go back to you, Liz, okay? I'm going to have to find the number, though. Look at that. I mean, just look how nice that is. It's crazy. Perfect. I'll be here chilling. Excellent. This one is 113. Yeah, this is pretty chill, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, this one's impossible for me to see. Let's see if we can get this one. 13. And by the process of deduction, we can assume that this is the other one. Genius, you guys. Genius. It reminds me of The Woman in Gold by Gustav Klimt. Oh no. Phew. I almost didn't close that one all the way. I almost got stuck. All right, here we go. Here we go. 3 more of these. 3 more of these. Dope. Look at all that green. Look at that green. Wow. It's like the green just keeps getting, or like the blend gets more and more, like from the bottom to the top. These are nice. These are dope. That Dream House of Horror one was crazy too, I'm not gonna lie. Sick. All right. I'm gonna box these up. If anyone wants to see any more, let me know. I'll show off the Colliers for a brief minute and then I'll get the other ones out. And then we are approaching an hour, so not that I'm upset with that. It's just, I feel like that kind of defeats the whole point of Hollywood Hour. I mean, do we want to start calling it Hollywood Hour in 10 minutes? Hollywood Hour and a half? Hollywood 24-hour live stream? Alrighty. All right. Next up, we got the totally awesome Edison Kier. This thing's crazy. This thing is crazy. Just here to chill, to be honest. Nice. Hey, me too. That's the whole point of these, honestly. I'm here to entertain. Here to entertain. I'm here to make your day go by quicker during the times that you want it to go by quicker. Sometimes when I'm enjoying my day, I just want time to slow down, like in moments like this. But in other parts of the day, I'm like, let's speed it up, you know? These ones are a lot more limited, like 75 units. And they keep getting better, I know. One thing I love about these, look how crisp the text looks. That white fill. Yeah, these things are hot. Look at this, guys. I mean, come on. Let me get my thumb out of the way there. Here's the middle one. So wavy. Very different from one another, too. Yeah. These ones are dope. And I know what you're saying. Oh, that looks just like the other one. No, it doesn't. Similar color patterns, but very different. Middle one is fire. 75 Minutes of Hollywood, nice. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Look how much depth that has. It almost looks like it's like layered. It's crazy. I love them all. The middle one is my fave, I think. Well, it can be yours. It can be yours. Let me rotate them now this side. I love how it like transitions into purple and blue and then back to pink in the finial. Right here. Will you flip all three in the other direction? Absolutely. Absolutely. Like the lavender color. All right, any takers? Any takers? Oh, well, let me get you the price. Oh, I forgot to give you the price of the yellow one. So the other one, the Conklin is $235. The Totally Awesome. Oh, and by the way, these were inspired by like 80s colors. That's why we called it Totally Awesome. $240 on these. $240. I wonder if the backwards cap will come out. Oh, you guys, it's over. It's over when we put the backwards cap on. We call this Super Hollywood. Super Hollywood. All right, we ready to move on? I'm going to get back to the Unicorn Mountain, the Candy Mountain one. Yeah, that resin's actually called Unicorn Twist. Isn't that funny? We'll get back to that one. And then, yeah. That's a blank by Tim. Very cool, very cool. We've got multiples in our listing as well. Although I can't guarantee that when you look at the listing on our website, we have no idea which models those are, like where they are. But we always take about 3 to 4 out so we can get the variation shown. All right, I'm moving on. I guess I should open one real quick, actually. I haven't done so yet. All right, Liz, are you here? Oh, wait, I got 2 different nib sizes. Shoot. Good thing I checked. All right, Liz. Uh-oh, I dropped the sleeve of this one. Okay, here we go. left, right. Wait, middle, I mean middle, that's middle, that's middle. That's middle. This one's right. I'm gonna hold them up now. Yeah, this one's cool. Middle. This one's really pretty. And then right. A lot of blue in this one, a lot of blue. You let me know if I can rule any of these out. Here's these flipped. Should we take bets on which one they're gonna take? It's like the newest form of just betting. I wager you 1 ink. 1 Pelican Edelstein Tanzanite ink. All right, all ruled out. So there was one that had a nice big light pink section on the body. Okay, all of these ruled out. I like your style, we're moving quickly. Okay. It had an OmniFlex. That definitely helps. Yeah, that for sure helps. What was the one that Hollywood said was fire? It was this one. It was the one with the OmniFlex. See how the streaks wrap around? It was that one. It's this one right here. Yeah, this is the one. That is gorgeous. Yes, if I purchase it on the website, how should I do it? I'd love a medium nib on it. You just buy it as a medium. Buy a medium on there, and then I'll make a note and I'll swap it to a medium. All right, let's go, Liz. GZs. Let me write your name down. Just make sure you put like your YouTube name on the sheet or as a note. Make sure you say like from Hollywood live stream or something. Yeah, that's a winner. Look at that. That's a winner. Sick. All right, you guys. Well, this has been an absolute blast. Did you guys like this? Should we do this in the future? I got your pen set aside right here, by the way, Liz. Should we do something like this in the future? Like where you get to shop live for your pens? The only thing is, if I were to do this, I would need like guarantee orders in the sense that like or of a product that's just debuting, because I brought a whole bunch of product up here and I took it from the warehouse. So I have like another like 20 pens up here. And so when I say like guaranteed orders, it would be easier for us to like do this with stuff that's pre-ordered already. And then I can show you, because otherwise I had to limit it to like 3 items. You know what I mean? Because if I don't know what you're wanting to order, I just have to bring up a massive amount of stuff to the studio. But if you had something on order, like maybe in Discord, I could post like 10 different items that we'd be down to feature. And then if you order one of those items, then I'll bring up multiple variations. Does that make sense? Otherwise, it's just a guessing game. You know what I mean? Now I got to carry it all back down. Yes, I have to carry like 40 pens back down. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a matter of like handling all the product and stuff. You know, this stuff is not inexpensive. Like for example, let's say like, I don't know, let's say there's a new narwhal. Let's say maybe we do this once every couple months and I can put a list of all of the new releases for like the last 2 months. You know, multiple narwhals, Monteverdes, Conklins, deltas, and then it's a long list of like 20 items, and then you place your order. I want to have a whole list of pens I want to do this for. Yeah, because otherwise I just limited it to 3, and you know, some of you guys might not have been ready or didn't even want to purchase these, so I don't want to like force that on you, if that makes sense. It's like with the TikTok live order poll. Like it's super helpful when the orders are submitted prior to it because I just have more time to prepare it. I don't mean to sound like I'm complaining. I know that's exactly what it sounds like. Okay. You guys, well, this was a blast. We're definitely going to do it again. We for sure will. I'll flush out more info in the Discord and maybe we'll make it like a whole event to get people like multiple, like, I guess a couple weeks or so to look through the list and be able to make the purchase. So you guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week. Go to our Discord server and make sure you submit your Nibtober artwork. And then we shall see you on Friday for a live order polling video. So get your orders in for that. But y'all know the drill. Stay smooth.